I did catch up! I'm in real time! Which means this tangent can end. We can move on to the next tangent, which might not be that interesting, because I have a feeling that the majority of people in my chat are not people who give a shit about this. But I give a shit about this. I give a shit about this, and I think it's very interesting. I think it's very interesting. If you require graphics to play games, I have some bad news about D&D. No, I know. I know, dude. You're sitting here watching and Twitch has a pop-up that says, hey, Iron Mask started streaming? Yeah, that always happens. If someone on your following list goes live, it'll give you a pop-up. It just, like, most of the time we don't notice those pop-ups because, like, we're probably not on a Twitch tab when someone actually goes live, you know? We'll bitch and moan anyways. Digimon at midnight! No, we're gonna get into that soon. My cough. Please make it stop. Here we go. This thing. Study finds that UV emitting nail polish dryers damage DNA and cause mutations in cells. Now, there are multiple different kinds of polish, right? There's the acrylics. Everyone knows what acrylic nails are. There's normal nail polish, and you can get into the different types of normal nail polish, like 3 free, 5 free, 8 free, whatever. But regular ass nail polish, there's gel polish, and then there's dip polishes. Dip polishes and gel polishes are typically cured the same exact way. Gel polishes were billed to women as a less damaging version of acrylic nails. Gel polish lasts longer than regular polish, doesn't last quite as long as acrylics, and gel polish can't, like, elongate your finger like acrylics would, right? So gel polish was touted as, like, an alternative to having to get false acrylic nails, which ruin your nail beds, ruin your cuticles, they fuck up your nails. Like, it's acrylics are just bad. Like, every once in a while, like, sure, yeah, okay, but if you're someone who regularly gets acrylics, your fingers are gonna be fucked. There's no two ways about that. You are going to have fucked hands. And so gel polish was something that was appealing to a lot of people, because getting a manicure every 2 fucking weeks is just something that a lot of people don't have time for. My manicures usually last about 4 weeks without shipping, because all I do is type. I'm just a typey lady, right? I don't do anything that really fucks up my nails. So gel polish was something a lot of people liked, a lot of people started doing. UV nail polish dryers for dips and for gels are a staple in every single fucking nail salon. Every single fucking nail salon. And this is a very small scale study, and they're wanting to do more research into it, but it's definitely interesting to find out that this can cause issues. And even though they don't know the scope of the issues yet, that it's still issues nonetheless. I've had a gel manicure once in my life. When I was up in Pennsylvania, I had done a manicure on myself before I left on this trip, and my nails are like beach theme. So I had done ombre with like multiple different blues for the water and brown for the sand. And then I did, like I sprayed like a Bath and Body Works perfume in white nail polish on top of water to get like a bubbled seafoam effect for the water part of my nails. And then I put on like miniature seashells on them. And when I was up in Pennsylvania, I broke several of my nails. And because of how intricate my manicure was, I couldn't just have several broken nails and like go on with my life, because I would have looked like a fucking idiot. Yeah.
10.
So I had to go and get my nails redone. And while I was there, I was like, I don't have any of my nail shit. I broke 2 nails. Let's just get a gel manicure, because I'm going to be here for a while. I'm going to be here for a fucking while. So I got a gel manicure, and I was like, hey, this, you know, it feels pretty okay. I like the color. It was the first time I had like a cat's eye effect on my nails. Now I can do that with normal polish since I have magnetics. Those exist. Jesus, how pretty are your nails right now? I mean, I guess I can bring up a picture. I did post it. I did post a picture recently. Let me go. Because I had intended on doing hand cam soon, TM. So I got my nails done in preparation for that, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it before the shit falls off. I'm gonna be real. Might take me a second to like fucking fly back to where the picture was. The third one. I think there's like a fucking, there we go. There's like a dog hair on my nail, but these are what my nails look like right now. Hand cam, what a magnetic what? There are nail polishes that you can use magnets to move and change the color of the polish. Unfortunately, the polish that I used for these nails that I have right now, I didn't know it at the time, but the polish on like the white nails, the white nails have like iridescent in it, so they flicker like a light electric blue when light is shown on them. But whatever these are made with, they need the specific base coat and top coat from the actual company. And so since I didn't bring those with me, because I didn't think, like, usually all polish works with all base and top, just some of them are very finicky. So it kind of bubbled up a little bit. It's not as smooth as it should be, but it's like, whatever, dude. I was like, whatever, dude. Now I know that for this type of polish, I have to bring the actual base and top. She doesn't fuck around. Way more gorgeous than you expected, to be honest. Thank you. It's a miracle. I got these done, like, fuck, when did I go to my salon? I want to say it was, like, the 11th? I got them done on the 11th, and the jewels haven't fallen off at all. I'm fucking gaming, dude. Magnetic iridescent color changing nails. Cyberpunk as hell. Yeah, they're cool as fuck. What bulb do these nail curing chainers use? They emit UVC? That shit is a good cancer shit. What is good cancer?
Tip.
What is good cancer? For some reason you expected my nails to be longer? That's because everybody freaks out about how long my nails are, but like they're not that long. My nails are real. These are my real nails. I can't have them like fucking secretary claw long. Like they won't work. They won't fight. Like I definitely have long nails, and these are a little shorter than I usually have them, but they're still like a normal length. I got talents. Quit lying. Fuck you. Fuck you. Excellent length, the best balance of pretty and practical. Yeah, there's only a few things that I can't do with these nails. Like plug in very tiny PC parts, or open some Ziploc type bags myself. If a bag has like one of those Ziplocs on it, but it doesn't have a lot of like bag to grip onto above the Ziploc, I can't open it. Like I have to ask somebody for help. If they're sharp, length isn't a problem. I like my nails with the almond shape. I like them almond, like rounded at the top, especially because I have such a prominent C curve. Doing almond or coffin would benefit my C curve shape, but coffin has a tendency to break more because of the way the sides of the nails are. So I haven't had coffin nails on my real nails before. I'd like to try having coffin, but I'd need to grow them out pretty fucking long in order to have them cut into a correct coffin shape. Sharp nails are bad for touching self. Well, you know, that's why lesbians keep two of them short when they get manicures. UVC is the penetrating rays. You meant to say strong melanoma, but good cancer works too. I'll read the article. I got really distracted talking about my own nails. But I'll read the article. Don't worry. Heckin', oh, Harry, thank you for the 2-month resub. Only one more month till you get your flower. Flower, love. Thank you, oh, Harry. Apathetic procrastinator. What are you doing with your time/life? I don't know. Hopefully enjoying it. Hopefully you enjoy stuff here. Thank you for the 14-month resub. Jesus, fuck, my guy. Thank you. Girls already do nail extensions. You think there's any kind of finger implant you can stick on to improve grip? I don't want that. I don't want that. Lesbians keep them short because it's harder to close your fist with long nails. Jesus Christ. You hate the fake nails that they insert, like, inside your cuticles? Very cool. Yeah, I've seen those Russian manicures, and I did a talk on those on stream before as well. Your cuticle exists, even if it's very small, like my cuticles. Your cuticle exists to protect your nail bed, and, like, that's where your nail grows from, right? So, completely cutting off your cuticle and fucking with the shit underneath it, it's not a good idea. Don't do that. Get the gecko extension. No! No! You want the keyboard ASMR? God damn. The middle fingernail gives you a trypophobia. Yeah, nobody. That's what I was saying. It bubbled up a little bit because, like, the way nail polishes are made, almost all of them can universally be used with every single base coat and top coat, no matter what manufacturer they're from. But the ingredients used in some specialty polishes, like the white one that I have on that has the blue iridescence in it, whatever was used in making this one, the base coat and top coat from the same company are going to be able to mix well with it so that bubbling doesn't happen. The bubbling is literally just because whatever was used to make this polish didn't agree with the base and top coat that was used on my nail. So that can happen on occasion, but it's like, it's very rare. How can you grow them faster? You have one that's worn way back too far. I don't know exactly what you mean by worn way back too far, but like biotin, if you take a supplement with like biotin in it, there's something called Nature's Harvest, Nature's Bounty. I don't know. It comes in like a pink bottle. It's called Hair, Skin, and Nails. It's got biotin in it. Usually women's multivitamins come with biotin in it. I don't know about male multivitamins, but like if you take women's multivitamins, those already have biotin. So you, depending on how much biotin is in your women's vitamin, you wouldn't want to also take a biotin supplement alongside of it, because that could give you too much biotin. Biotin, Tin, Biotin. It's horrifying and eldritch, what the heck. Speaking of digging into your keyboard and nails, do I have as many craters in my keyboard as Lumi? I replied to her tweet, because she's the only other person I've ever seen who types with her nails on her keyboard like I do. The reason her keys are like that, and the reason, like, when I type, you hear, like, is because Lumi and I type with our fingernails. We don't type with our fingertips like most people do. So the reason Lumi's keyboard looks like that is because she types with her fingertips, and her fingertips, after so much contact with the keys, will rub the paint off. All of my cell phones with physical keyboards, my old G15, my keyboard before that one, all have numbers and letters rubbed off of them. Too much iron and sometimes omega oils for men's. Your mom swears by that stuff. Yeah, that's very helpful. It's very helpful. Either one sounds like some sci-fi type material. No, biotin is what you're like. It's a natural. I don't know if I want to call it a chemical. I'm bad with words sometimes, but it's a natural thingy that your body makes, and it's what makes your like eyelashes and your nails and your hair grow. So phones had buttons. Yeah, phones used to have buttons, dude. It's kind of neat to know. Type normally, you freak. No. Your keyboards lose their keys due to your hand oils. I've never had that problem. Never had that problem. Never known anyone who had that problem. I guess you're just a very oily man's. Your body is made of chemicals. Your pee-pee is made of chemicals. Biologically absorbable tin rather than licking a bar of metal. Don't do that! Okay, back to this article. The ultraviolet nail polish drying services used to cure gel manicures may pose more of a public health concern than previously thought. Researchers at the University of California, San Diego have studied these ultraviolet light emitting devices and found that their use leads to cell death and cancer-causing mutations in human cells. These devices are a common fixture in nail salons and generally use a particular spectrum of UV light, 340 to 395 nm, to cure the chemicals used in gel manicures, while tanning beds use a different spectrum of UV light, which is 280 to 400. That studies have conclusively proven to be carcinogenic. The spectrum used in the nail dryers has not been well studied. And like they said, we all know that tanning beds cause cancer. Like you don't want to use tanning beds if you can help it, you know? It's not safe to just lick iron fish. Where are you getting a fish made out of iron? You knew a guy who had ultra caustic oils. Anything he touched on a regular basis got super corroded. That is gross. Kind of impressive, but also gross. I didn't click on anything. Why did it do that? That scared me. If you look at the way those devices are presented, they're marketed as safe with nothing to be concerned about, said Ludmil Alexandrov, a professor of bioengineering as well as cellular and molecular medicine at UC San Diego. and corresponding author of the study published in Nature Communications. To the best of our knowledge, no one has actually studied these devices and how they affect human cells at the molecular and cellular levels until now. Using 3 different cell lines, adult human skin keratinocytes, human foreskin fibroblasts, and mouse embryonic fibroblasts, the researchers found that the use of these UV-emitting devices for just one 20-minute session led to between 20 and 30% cell death, while 3 consecutive 20-minute exposures caused between 65 and 70% of the exposed cells to die. Exposure to the UV light also caused mitochondrial and DNA damage in the remaining cells and resulted in mutations with patterns that can be observed in skin cancer in humans. We saw multiple things. First, we saw that DNA gets damaged, said Alexandrov. We also saw that some of the DNA damage does not get repaired over time, and it does lead to mutations after every exposure with a UV nail polish dryer. Lastly, we saw that exposure may cause mitochondrial dysfunction, which may also result in additional mutations. We looked at patients with skin cancer and we see the exact same patterns of mutations in these patients that were seen in the irradiated cells. What do I need a study for? It's UV light. Too much will give you cancer. Tell that to the women who get gel manicures every 2 weeks, Vash. They last longer than that, but some people want a change in pattern or a change in color more frequently. Like, ideally, with a gel manicure, you wouldn't have to go back but once a month. And once a month is still pretty frequent to be, like, zapping your fingers with UV lights, you know? They already knew. Read Andromeda Strain. What the heck? More moist? I think he redeemed that while I was drinking. You can scrape your forehead and get a bubble of human oil? God damn, you guys are oily. It used to be that the rich were pale because they didn't have to work the fields. As common people moved from the fields to the office, they got paler, and the rich had to differentiate themselves by advertising their beach time. God damn. It's ultraviolet light. The sun causes cell damage and emits all of these spectrums of light. How fucking smooth-brained do you have to be to not know this? Well, when you go into, like, a nail salon and they're like, here, we have this drying device, you just assume, because they're a business, that, you know, it's probably safe. Right? That's usually the assumption. Me remembering all the carcinogens you've breathed over the years, doing manual labor. I would love to kill the sun. Consequences be damned, you know? Part of the 3-day process to get into a lab was burning off your outer layer of skin with ultraviolet light. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why? The researchers caution that while the results show harmful effects of the repeated use of these devices on human cells, a long-term epidemiological study would be required before stating conclusively that using these machines leads to an increased risk of skin cancer. However, the results of the study were clear. The chronic use of these nail polish drying machines is damaging to human cells. Maria Zivagli, a postdoctoral scholar in the Alexandrov lab and the first author of the study, used to be a fan of gel manicures herself, but has sworn off the technique after seeing the results. When I was doing my PhD, I started hearing about gel manicures, which last longer than normal polish. I was interested in trying out gel polish, particularly in the setting of working in an experimental lab, where I frequently put gloves on and off to maintain a presentable appearance. So I started using gel manicures periodically for several years. Once I saw the effect of radiation emitted by the gel polish drying device on cell death, and that it actually mutates cells even after just one 20-minute session, I was surprised, and I found this to be very alarming and decided to stop using it. Hello, Emperor's Rage. We're doing okay. I'm having a monkey stream. Monkey stream. Had to be as clean as possible. No outside bacteria or viruses allowed in the ultra clean lab. That makes sense, but also spooky, my guy. Everything in large portions dangerous. Vitamin C in large doses can kill your liver. Just saying. Just don't overdo them. I think it might be a little different with this as well, because everybody knows how damaging to your nails acrylics are, but women still get them done frequently. Like, if you did acrylics maybe but once a year, and you only kept them on for a short period of time, your nails might not see any adverse effects. But most people who get acrylics, it's like makeup, right? The more you wear makeup, the more it ruins your skin, the more you need to wear makeup. The more you wear acrylics, the more it ruins your nails, the more you need to wear acrylics. I say need, but obviously heavy quotations. You're gonna look fucked up. You're gonna look fucked up in the interim period when you're trying to get your nails to heal if you've had them overexposed to acrylic polishes and the acrylic fucking material for so long. Self-sabotage at its finest, honestly. Can't make a human being absolutely clean without killing them. So what you're saying is that we need to have zombies work in the laboratories. Your mom worked in a lab and she doesn't have any fingertips nor hand lines. And it's fucked up because you could go into the lab as she was doing shit with chemicals whenever you wanted. And you were like 8. She was like, what's the worst that could happen? He turns into a supervillain? I'll take that risk. It's the bottom row that gets fucked as you actually push those with your nails. It's not your hand oil. See? See, there you go. It's your nails again. How can you be on fleek, though? Jesus Christ. It's like, I have been using nothing but regular polish my entire life, and I have 0 issues. Like, I don't work somewhere like this woman did where she's putting gloves on and off and constantly needing to be washing her hands or like sanitizing them and shit. And that's going to fuck up your polish a lot faster, obviously. So like I can get for some of these places, like if you're working in a like restaurant, you're probably gonna want something that's not real polish. And I don't think it's like a kitchen staff you can even wear polish on your nails. I'm pretty sure. This just in Kier doesn't wash her hands. I'll have you know, I have a box of soap behind me that I'm waiting to open on stream. You had to go into a lab for testing radioelectric equipment, so you had to get like all the dead skin zapped off. Oh geez. You did too much lab work and too much trade work under the sun to not get super cancer in the future. Well, I hope your super cancer gives you some special powers, bingo bango. How long can I keep a style as a neat? Like with my nails? I said before, usually about 4 weeks. Like usually my nails don't start chipping until like 3 or 4 weeks in, depending on what I'm doing. If I literally am doing nothing but like making food, doing like basic weightlifting, sleeping, and being on my PC, it's 4 weeks. If I do more than that, it could be less than 4 weeks, but usually it's about 4. When you worked in McDonald's, the rule was short nails and no polish. Yeah, I think if you're handling food, you're like just flat out not allowed to wear polish. The idea to study these particular devices came to Alexandrov in a dentist's office, of all places. As he waited to be seen, he read a magazine article about a young beauty pageant contestant who was diagnosed with a rare form of skin cancer on her finger. I thought that was odd, so we began looking into it, and noticed a number of reports in medical journals saying that people who get gel manicures frequently, like pageant contestants and aestheticians, are reporting cases of very rare cancers in their fingers, suggesting that this may be something that causes this type of cancer. And what we saw was that there was 0 molecular understanding of what these devices were doing to human cells. To conduct the study, Zvagui exposed the 3 cell types to 2 different conditions: acute exposure and chronic exposure to the UV light device. Under acute exposure, petri dishes containing one of the cell types were placed in one of the UV curing machines for a 20-minute session. They were then taken out for an hour to repair or return to their steady state, and then given one more 20-minute exposure. Under chronic exposure, the cells were placed under the machine for 20 minutes a day for 3 days. Cell death, damage, and DNA mutations were seen under both conditions, with an elevation of reactive oxygen species molecules known to cause DNA damage and mutations, as well as mitochondrial dysfunction in the cells. Genomic profiling revealed higher levels of somatic mutations in the irradiated cells, with patterns of mutations ubiquitously present in melanoma patients. Do not put your fingers in the sun box, is what I'm getting from this, in layman's terms. It's UV light, but we have no idea what it does to our cells. What a bunch of clowns! Well, I think they're saying it that way because the UV light in the gel manicure drying machines is not as powerful as the UV light in tanning beds, and you're not putting your hands inside of it for as long as you're laying in a tanning bed. Right? So I guess in like basic brain room temp IQ theory, you figure my hands aren't in there as long as a tanning bed. It's not as strong as tanning bed UV. It'll be fine, right? And like as a consumer, if you go to a company and they're like, yeah, put your hand in the sun box, it'll be fine. You're like, well, there's regulations, so clearly I wouldn't be putting my hand in the sun box if the sun box was going to damage me, right? Wrap your skin in foil. They actually do that. When you go to get your nails done, sometimes depending on the type of polish you're wearing, they will wrap your fingers in tin foil and fill them with acetone, and you'll be soaking your fingers in acetone tin foil. You're happy Kirsche 2 can summon room temp IQ brain understanding. One of us! Still is, it can culminate. Don't do your finger in the sun box every 5 days. I mean, again, in theory, if you're getting gel manicures, it should be every like 3 to 4 weeks you're getting this done, right? Every 3 to 4 weeks. And they're obviously doing it in like a heightened pattern just to see the effects of what will happen by putting your fingers in the sun box, yeah? Acetone hate, that's what burned away half of your sense of smell. How? What were you doing with the acetone? If I stick my hands in and out the fire really quickly, it won't burn. Do salons have waivers of liability for these cancer nails? That's a good question. I don't know. I've never needed to pay much attention to that. The only thing I needed to pay attention to as someone who like gets my real nails done is something that everyone, no matter what kind of manicure they get done, has to pay attention to, and that is that your nail tech is sterilizing their tools, and that their nail tech also has specific tools that they only use on you, right? So stuff that like gets really, really into your nail, like my nail tech has a bag where she only uses orange wood sticks on me. They get used on me, they get cleansed, and then they go back in the bag. She has buffers and files that she only uses on me that go in my specific bag, because it cuts down on like the stuff that's touching you that has touched other people. Cleaning an indoor and not ventilated space with acetone to paint after must have used a gallon of the stuff. Jesus. No fucking wonder. Acetone smells like shit. Drink acetone, be brave. Don't drink acetone. Don't do that. They used UV to set the bonding on your teeth. Ooh, that's just a one-time thing though, isn't it? You have none of those teeth left 20 years later. Oh shit. Okay, so it didn't work out well. What would she do with them if I died or went to space? Probably just throw them in the trash. What's a dude supposed to do with his nails, though? I mean, you don't get them painted. Like, you can go get a manicure, and she can take care of, like, all your skin scraggles and, like, all of your, like, extra skin. Can make it so, like, if you have an ingrown nail... If you have an ingrown nail and you have a nail tech that actually knows what the fuck they're doing, they can fix your ingrown nail cheaper and faster than an actual doctor can. You broke so many laws working at that place. Oh, we should have a field day. God damn. God damn. Is the risk worth the reward? This data in human cells, coupled with a number of prior reports of cancers in people who get gel manicures very frequently, paint a picture of a purely cosmetic procedure that is riskier than previously believed. But is getting a gel manicure once a year really cause for concern, or should only those who get this done on a very regular basis be worried? Further studies are needed to quantify any increased risk of cancer and at what frequency of use. But with plenty of alternatives to this cosmetic procedure, the risk may not be worth it to some consumers. Our experimental results and the prior evidence strongly suggest that radiation emitted by UV nail polish dryers may cause cancers of the hand, and that UV nail polish dryers similar to tanning beds may increase the risk of early onset skin cancer. Nevertheless, future large-scale epidemiological studies are warranted to accurately quantify the risk for skin cancer of the hand in people regularly using UV nail polish dryers. It is likely that such studies will take at least a decade to complete and to subsequently inform the general public. Though other consumer products use UV light in the same spectrum, including the tool used to cure dental fillings, hey, someone in chat mentioned that a second ago, and some hair removal treatments, the researchers note that the regularity of use plus the entirely cosmetic nature of nail dryers sets them apart. And especially whereas, like, I get why people want gel polish over regular polish, yeah, but you can just use the regular polish. Like, that's just like another hour of your time every 2 to 3 weeks instead of every 3 to 4. Like, if you really wanted to get them done, or you could just do them at home yourself. You could do that. You could do it yourself as well. Like, it's not that hard. Grifting for grant money. You're supposed to push all the skin down. You thought that wasn't healthy. Even on my hands, where I don't have a large cuticle, the skin that grows up on the nail, that gets trimmed off still. Because it's just extra. It doesn't need to be there. It looks bad. It feels bad. It can like harden. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to cut off the cuticle. That's bad. Do not cut off the cuticle. It's just the extra skin. Certain demographics most affected. You're getting dentures in a week or 2. Good luck. Good luck on that. My mom also got dentures. Your bet is yes. Only those need to worry who use it often. It's like getting shot by a Röntgen machine gun. Isn't a problem, but if you operate that machine 24/7, yeah, you will have problems. I added gun to the end of that, and I was just like, what do you mean getting shot by a machine gun isn't a problem? My mom has dentures because you assume she does meth. Meth is one of the only drugs she hasn't done. Thank you very much. You thought the extra skin was the definition of cuticle. I don't know how I would find a picture of it, but there's your cuticle that is the extra skin, and then there's more skin that will grow from the cuticle up your nail. Yeah? And that part can get trimmed off perfectly fine. You thought she was gonna sell me so I'd become a meth queen? No, she wanted to marry me off to her friend's son when I was 16 so that I could become an emancipated minor and choose to live with her instead of my father, because she wanted me to live with her instead of my father and my grandparents. I'm looking mighty cute today. Thank you. And heck, and thanks for the follow, my guy. You still don't understand why women do these things to their nails? I mean, I paint my nails. I like doing nail art. There's things that I wish I could do with regular polish that I just can't, like with acrylics. There's some like really fucking cool layering effects you can get using acrylics, but I'm not gonna have acrylics because they're bad. Oh yeah, the axe murderer. The axe murderer was her husband's son. That wasn't someone I was gonna get married off to. You want to get a manicure and a pedicure just to know what your nails are supposed to look like? Normalize men getting pedicures, dude? Normalize men having pretty toesies? As long as you don't tattoo no regrets on your fingers, you guess it's okay. Probably. You know, it'd be even cuter. Digimon! You know that is pretty cute. That is pretty cute. I forgot I had one more thing I wanted to talk about. I forgot. Painted nails are ugly as fuck. Fuck you, Ziz! Painted nails are the best! I love it. I love it. Kirsche sucks toes confirmed. No, I just don't want you walking around in the house looking like you're fucking a caveman. Alright? If VTubers talked up men's toesies, you'd get a pedicure. I don't want to touch your toes. I don't want to like have them in my face, alright? I don't want anything to do with your toes. I just want them to look nice. You know, it's part of the package. It's part of the package. Doesn't want a caveman. Weak. Taking care of your feet is a good thing. Smack your left index finger with a 28-ounce S-wing? Don't recommend. I don't know what that is. I don't know what the heck that is. You don't want yellow ram's horns for toenails? No. There were several dudes that showed up to Naked Attraction to be naked on national TV. And they had like giant yellow bark ass looking toenail fungus toenails. It was disgusting. I was like, how the fuck are you gonna get naked on national TV and have like these disgusting beasts of feet? Low tier toes enjoyer. Now! Imagine being so gay that you don't like women's fancy nails. That's true. It's very heterosexual to enjoy women's fancy nails. Especially when they're being dragged down your back. Real crungo hours out there. It's England. I should have expected it, you know? Himbos are just cavemen who know to wipe their asses. Exactly, and that's why I love them. They're himbos that know how to keep themselves clean. Or cavemen that know how to keep themselves clean, rather. Kirsche sees naked men and focuses on their feet. Well, considering the quality of the men in the boxes on Naked Attraction, it's usually better to look at their feet than whatever fucking, like, long-ass worm in a sleeping bag foreskin they're working with. That shit's nasty. Kirsche making $1,000 an hour doing nails. Nails are cheap as fuck. Nails are cheap as hell. I have to pay extra for my nails. When I go to my salon, because of how long my real nails are, I actually have to book a gel manicure, because regular manicures are only booked for an hour. Gel manicures are booked for 2. But because of how long my real nails are, I have to book gel manicures, because it takes my nail tech the same length of time to work on me that it takes her to work on, like, gel manicure people. It's kind of funny. You enjoy women's fancy nails. On women, you are enjoying correctly. Congratulations. First you want us to take care of our feet, and now you want us to wipe our asses? Too much pressure. God damn. Smaller hands make your dick look bigger, but the nails look pretty against your dick. Still don't get how people don't wash their ass in the shower. It is astounding to me. Why'd you pay for someone to mess with your nails when biting them is free? Because biting them makes them look bad. I'm trying to fix several nail biters at the same time. We're out here fixing one another, okay? Naked Attraction penis inspection.
Hell nah.
I'm gonna message Pippa. I'm gonna message Pippa after. Actually, no. I'm gonna message her now. I'm gonna message Pippa now. Where is she? When did you want to watch Naked Attraction? I keep talking about it and forgetting to ask you. There we go. There we go. Live DM leaks. She's probably still asleep. Yeah, she's sick. That's fine. As a content creator, whenever I message another content creator, I expect like a 1 to 2 day turnaround time. If I get a response sooner than that, I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? Digi-themed nails when? I don't know if I have anything Digimon I can put on my nails. Can I like go to my nail tech and be like, can you draw little Digi eggs?